Welcome to 96.3 Buzz FM Buzz Broadcast. Hello, today I got a special guest, awesome Superintendent of Villa Central Hospital, Dr. Vincent Atua, with Mr. Nego Alwin, who is a Senior Information System Officer of Villa Central Hospital, only join Yumi lo today's discussion. Dr. Vincent Atua, you may focus more now on site law or death rate where may happen in Villa Central Hospital, but before you may tackle them that issue, may want to suppose you have a recap again the situation law COVID vaccination law Vanuatu since declaration law COVID law world Vanuatu government I mean been using new or some hate blow COVID law Vanuatu. Now since then the vaccination rollout, how much percentage coverage Vanuatu we can't?
Thank you. You see, the plug-in aim block got 60% coverage nationally, the full country. But below areas where tourists might come, the aim block is 80% below what we call eligible population. Now, eligible population, you may change in definition when small, but initially eligible population. Now understand some all for vaccine may expensive, so one new for something only developing, only no fully trialing yet. So normally all vaccine before they release also go through I think up to 3, 4, 5 years trial before only approval. Mainly have no weight looking by at all very serious side effects or not that. Most of information, almost 90 or 80-90% of information are also current within 1 year. And then the next 3 or 4 years, and just for safety reason, I think all world authorities require them, all pharmaceutical companies will wait, give some good period of time before they release on the market. Now, the case will you be COVID-19 because how much death you will go around the world only I think 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different pharmaceutical companies only will try and develop them. Only resist who by first. I think the first one only passing safety trial I think AstraZeneca, and that's after 1 year, minimum 1 year. So inside law trial, yeah, it looks the most safest, more effective of all the vaccine manufacturers who will go on. That one was becoming more safe compared to the others. So only Karim approval first time. Now, the WHO give him what we call him emergency approval, emergency release approval. That means where you got one serious need, where one you feel sick, you may not wait until another 5 years before you may approval because all money will die, too much money will die. So only make him approval after 1 year, but with that comes a risk that only monitor him, only maybe 90%, only can guarantee must be safe, but 10% only not guarantee must be safe or not. But as a country or as a world, as an organization, you may need to take him risk, otherwise all money will die too much. So before you make current vaccine, government of Vanuatu was required to sign one we call him indemnity agreement clause. Means if there was a reaction or death coming from the vaccine administration, by minister taking company go to court. Okay. So everyone big for decision, every one risk to people must take him. In fact, many other countries will take him. But from immunosuppressant for him vaccine, yeah, people Vanuatu he signed through the WHO the one I'll call him COVAX facility. Now the COVAX facility and be made up of different governments where only donate him all extra doses blood. They come no COVAX facility. So only start distributing all less developed countries. So in one pool, it was limited. So only rationing quota each country a system all the time. So at the time quota is small, so you may talk decision, but you may protect mo kata well all fala mo only got all comorbidities fees or some hypertension or diabetes sick sugar from observations from other countries that group all the time will long go down hurry up from COVID. From COVID he come he hit him all the time really a young fella body really strong, as bad as all the way only old, only got a nerve sick finish. COVID make him serve in the good logata. So the plan was to protect our vulnerable population. After some time, Delta is start go down, and then Omicron come, and then narfla vaccines only come only more active against all variant here, more only safe all beginning. Moderna was the one that we were given. It was at that time that you may extend him all beginning. And when we did, that's when we play rich come close up to 80%. So for so quote him exact figure, but so you may use him population below FAT chef say around 80,000, 80,000. We're looking at I think some place 20 or 30,000 doses were given in order for us to say yes, our population is protected. And one of the reasons we have to do that is because economy blame is up a big time. So tourism industry give him a good 30-40% below GDP blame, national income blame, income from him. After spillover effect blame, you affect him over all businesses who are supporting tourism industry or depend on him. He just back up. So unfortunately, government was making decision.
So that's where the focus flow, Shiva province, and we must reach him the higher percentage.
Correct.
To make him say government, and we must open them up border.
Yeah. So plan was to open up Shefa first, and then eventually Santo, and then Tana industry. Because that and figures we miss him say that's where most of our tourism dollar money is coming from. So focus on three area.
So means since the border I mean opened last year, Vanuatu I mean really cover every new Vanuatu eligible age, or it really covered with vaccine for COVID?
No.
Why is that?
It got two reasons. One, supply is short, but two, it got big fella concern. It comes some fella that vaccine is not safe. So full line, actually come forward the current vaccine. There was a time when you me thinking of making vaccine compulsory, but after some debate, me play go no more because I mean infringing human rights law. Only thing is some employers only take him own measures law safety law staff law. I think some staff will only no current vaccine. I think only finish him on the work, but I mean individual company policy. But, as a government, he had to implement him kind policy from he got all fundamental human rights where we contravene him, suppose we push him. The only thing we can do is to say, okay, suppose current vaccine, consequences yourself.
So Vanuatu have been receiving all different type of COVID vaccine, AstraZeneca, Sinopharm, and Moderna. But before population below Vanuatu now only komo below karem AstraZeneca. I mean because of quantity where Vanuatu may been cut low time here, or I mean more to do with the preference below government below Vanuatu below inject them those vaccine equal people.
A bit of both. Even got some first lot of AstraZeneca come, we plug in all priority groups, and then supply go down, and at the same time, around the same time, Sinopharm come, and so he got one big group too, only take him Sinopharm. So same time AstraZeneca come, we start giving, I'm all story and all side effects, all kind of things, we will come up at the same time.
Mm.
So all money start to choose now. At that time, you know, got particular restriction or anyone. You be trying to limit him no more. So I think only need to travel, go to RSC.
Yeah.
Yes, from money well, hotel RSC send him come back. M2 one big component blow income to country.
Mm.
It might look insignificant, but when you put it all together, it becomes quite a big portion of our economy. So what basically we make him is to try and vaccinate those who are productive. So he help him economy, build him back in. So he got a couple of big risks or some big fella thinking behind who gets it and who doesn't.
Mm.
So those who are most vulnerable, or got NCD or narcotic, or they all fella, plus whatever by go RSC because Australia government they will require him all that COVID vaccination before he can go walk.
Mm.
So I'm all kind of thinking
So the seasonal work RSC for New Zealand and the SWP or Palm Navia for Australia. So this is the figure. 60% of the population of Vanuatu now only been vaccinated since introduction of the vaccine account. Now since then you got to plenty plenty report in regards to people only talk about all death rate of Vanuatu and we shoot up like a rocket. But me understand say Villa Central Hospital na we record them plenty a look at the death and that will be our main focus for discussion today. So Dr. You make up two inside law discussion Nego Alwin where you send your information system officer of Villa Central Hospital we got every data but before me come to you Dr. all data are early accurate in regards to one Villa Central Hospital and we stop put them out all record will get the death rate of Vanuatu or Villa Central Hospital.
Okay, so I think one general question is that 100% accurate. Okay, so for sample sick, easy you may diagnose him from you may got X-ray, you may got blood test. Pattern will sick clear. Sometimes if the doctor write him cause of death, almost 100% sure cause of death. Okay, he got one nerve group, almost 1/4 from all deaths. You may not pinpoint him exact cause. Money collapse, or suppose money no sick. And we just look at history of the hospital finish where you can check him record. We play make him one what do you call one best guess diagnosis. And sometimes
based on what?
Based on pattern no sick no more. So suppose you die suddenly, people will age blue. Sometimes people by suspect that maybe we carry heart attack. Or maybe carry asthma, or maybe one stroke. So maybe try to work him out, diagnosis, and write him down. Because clear, often when people write him also cardiac arrest. Okay, so cardiac arrest, it just mean that you stop breathing.
Okay.
I mean, I really explain him what you died of. Okay, so even Kasim Naya, it's still same percentage of deaths, we plans are totally explaining. Okay, and it's mainly because you may not have enough evidence of blood tests or maybe scan or same straight sick. It's not a problem. So you may write in a death certificate. So without information here, we just write in some cardiac arrest. But cardiac arrest is not why you died; it's how you died. So you got all gaps for reporting, accurate. So but otherwise 75% information you may get fairly accurate.
Thank you, Dr. Nego Alwin. Mr. Vasi, you got all diagram or figure all data all death where me occur in Villa Central Hospital. Now you give him a little bit since before introduction law, vaccine law country, 2018 may come, how death rate, whatever death rate law Vanuatu, especially Villa Central Hospital, compared to all year where may come after 2019, 2020, you make at introduction law vaccine.
Okay. Thank you. The data when we receive him lol deaths, me and the rem. 2015 kamandap 2018 kasam 2022 last year that I fluctuate not really not just called increase and increase and drop after finish increase back again. 2018 475 that's when we register or enter. 2019 395. 2020 483 deaths were ended. 2021 430, that one slight decrease again. 2022 last year 468.
So you survey explain them why whenever he make him say 2018 figure go on top compared to 2019 where he decrease by again.
Lo bisa baminus of Italian state so one na trigger situation lo bisa pa make increase plo number plo 475 after it drop 2019.
So since 2019 figure 395 death lo Villa Central Hospital from 2020 where you make a vaccine increased to 483 then down to 430 now 2022 up until now 465 now. Dr. Yusuf tell them this vaccine cause all death where you make them say number of blood deaths lo Port Villa especially Villa Central Hospital go on top. Yusuf clarify more issue here from second planted doctor go around in regards to all death where only occur or young people no more where only lose some life ball get out.
All right, thank you. Yeah, everyone had difficult question. Let me answer him straight. What I'm telling is that notice him in 2019, 20, we start all COVID restriction. So full up all patient in all come to hospital. Full up all man die inside the hospital. So and by explaining some gaps on data.
Okay.
So full up man we play. Or maybe supposed to dial home, we plan also recording because we know access lo come hospital. Now you may tell them directly related to vaccine by me tell him no. We plan not evidence lo It's not me no tell him say no completely, but you may not evidence. So tell him say yes. Man current vaccine after lunch time and we lose. We can prove him because you may not approve him, you may not make him conclusion. So official position, Villa Central Hospital is that there is no increase in deaths due to the vaccine. If there is an increase, so that's statement number one. Statement number two, if there is an increase, it's only mild, slight, and that is what we call a natural variation. So if you look, you will look at statistics here. Maximum low 1 year is between, that's a range between 300 and maybe 500 in a year. That's the pattern since 2015 to 23. So it's over a good period of observation. So rates remember always fluctuate between those. If we got a figure that suddenly shot up to 600 or 700 a year, then that's a problem. But as long as it fluctuates between 500 and 300, then we call it a natural phenomenon. Any natural variation, or making me worry or right. Yes.
So in regards to you tell them say by you must need cut some adjustment in regards to accurate data, low death, low one person in Villa Central Hospital. Is it one area where you really must work with him so that he can relate you may relate more data whether the vaccine imply inside la place lo put them in one space where is indicates this person relate to one vaccine like been receiving AstraZeneca or Sinopharm or any other medicine, any other vaccine, so that we can really have a real data whether these vaccines relate to death.
Okay. So let me go back one step. If you want to find out whether AstraZeneca causes death, then that's the information you go after. It's just difficult to estimate. There's too many complexities because there are other things that cause the death. So there's two concepts. There's one where you died after you got the vaccine, but you died of something else, or you died because you got the vaccine. Two different concepts. You died because of the vaccine, or you died anyway, but you got the vaccine. So the right way to do it, scientific way, is to commission a study, an investigation, to look at everyone who's received AstraZeneca and then follow them up over a set period of time and see did they die. Okay. Now, this is what in general, this is what the information will find. You're going to look at maybe 40,000 records and find out that maybe only one or two might qualify, and you've wasted millions in the process. So to do research, one, you have to first analyze it, say, are we going to get the answer we're looking for? One. Number two, how easy is it? And that requires going through every record. Is that information readily available? Once you've got the information, you have to analyze it scientifically and say, okay, does this really right, or maybe you got another explanation? So as health professional, you realize maybe Mr. Atua got some experience of research. That way you may look him, but you may spend a big full of money, lo satisfying curiosity, lo so 1 or 2 months. So it may not be a sensible thing to do. Lo bifla lo collecting information lo whether you can vaccine or not. You got issue blind. Some people who have not, for example, I'm come along when we call them stigma now. Some people where you carry vaccine, but maybe you will look in one particular way. Where other way not carry, but maybe health will be different. So I think M2 it come down to right of information or privacy law 111. So maybe we need to go through ethical clearance. Is that an information that is necessary to collect? For example, time you come, if like current name blue, date of birth, phone number blue, suppose you refuse to give him, but if like or forcing you from him, like need him number or contact him is any problem. Who itati blue you? Who imam blue you? Some also all information they are very sensitive. But you must get right for collecting. You must get use this information for collecting by benefiting patient. Suppose information by not benefiting patient, you must collecting.
So Mr. Ikat,
so same no email.
So Mr. Ikat, one follow up or have it taken place after all people only receiving vaccine yet? Or you feel stop no more after 2 weeks or after 1 month?
No, I think people have been follow up for about 6 months. People have recording more vaccine related
symptoms.
Yes, complications. So surveillance we continue for about 6 months and then we stop. But so people every week people are checking all complications. One employee is serious or one employee mild. So what you may find is that almost 90% are more mild symptoms no more. Yes.
Now, then we talk about statistics. Nego, you cover them up every something where me happen no more Villa Central Hospital and statistic blue when me pays low all different area. It got death, it got all different sickness where people only kasem low Vanuatu. Now, how this information may can be accessed for public below Vanuatu only save. Only just come to Villa Central Hospital, look at that information, or I want something where me stop with the Villa Central Hospital no more.
Information, yes. Information plo imi kifi maut ikolo public. Pami minus of kifi maut unless superior belum imi kifi authority bla information imi release or some information imi sensitive, some imi to them minus of publishing information without. Belum imi kifi maut information, but menjuk or managers only kifi me at only ask him information, belum imi kifi maut kalau whoever me request me information, then just give him out information without current permission lola.
But you cover up every sector or every area you want me ask them. I mean, the deaths or
Yes.
different kind of sickness where Vanuatu people only got, doctor?
Yes, so every information is sending to the Ministry of Health. So for the public current information, only request through the Ministry of Health, and then health information system
Yes.
by only releasing more information. So the reason I must go through Ministry of Health, only filtering, just quality checks. So sometimes you may look, suppose some data consistent, probably must come back, check in.
Suppose you got one increase policy, that's okay. Increase imi due to one, then labisa na ba imi sabi consider mi say okay. Imi trigger imi some information, so okay. You might got increase due this and that, but suppose you say you look say got imi look back information, then that's why imi sabi talim so okay. Ikat one increase lang sabi. Suppose you got an increase or decrease by
So I think because authority, the information must have authority. So the source can only be the Ministry of Health. So the Ministry of Health has a responsibility to look at the data and the information and make sure it is correct or accurate as possible, so that it can release it to the public. So unfortunately, public, you may not put in one annual report to the public, but the information is available through the Ministry of Health. The health minister can get it. Normally we play annual information there, go donor funding, WHO, all one big partner, so only monitoring all epidemics or outbreak throughout the world. So only depend on data when we play feeding we go. So those would be all the time when we play generally giving data all the time. But otherwise all records will start. From VCH, you may not say give data direct because if like a little Ministry of Health. So normally, unless you got prior approval, if like give authorized person or releasing data, I mean Ministry of Health. Law VCH and by MedSup no more, by me no more. So normally suppose me not comfortable with the data, but me referring everyone to law Ministry of Health. Yes.
Doctor, you Mr. Kamlo, and the discussion blue you know today. Me just want them know suppose you survey give him one update since vaccine blow COVID-19 began back in 2020 up until now. Any Villa Central Hospital or any outlet still put them out here to all vaccinate all people bloody welcome take them all vaccinate.
I mean, slow down. Ako chef of health really look at in vaccine level or judge permit too. So stock lo COVID vaccine, me no sure. He will go down now. In fact, because COVID-19 has been considered, I mean, go finish. He stopped small by Mr. pick him up, but then we come up with one flu now. Stronger we finish. All this less serious strains, or early number stop. But he got a few strains by every now and then we pick him up. But now by also influenza or malaria or some surveillance he got, but you may not require him vaccine more because one and by go one different argument by again, but you may not got he got some strong evidence and some questions are saying Okatawe current vaccine mo Okatawe current vaccine outcome is same no more. But at the time you may not got options out of fear, maybe out of you may not sabe. You may just say get the vaccine, even though you may not sabe whether
so when what you make a one mistake? Will comply with WHO recommendations?
No, we acted on the information that was available at the time.
Mm.
Okay. However, the argument of vaccine vaccinated, suppose you have been current vaccine, you will have so many more deaths.
Mm.
Okay, so many more deaths. Those in the current vaccine, some full of blood, you survive. But at the time, evidence is showing most of the who will die, Europe, elsewhere, are those who are unvaccinated. And that is why you may use some evidence here. No, let's not take any risk. You may vaccinate. So it was based on that information. But by the same token, huge numbers of people overseas refuse to take the vaccine for religious beliefs or personal beliefs or whatever. The difference between those who took the vaccine and those who didn't take the vaccine, the death rate, I think one time Delta, yes, the first strain that came out, very significant. But in the later strains, it didn't look like there was much of a difference.
Yeah.
And so the general conclusion below today is that it's probably not necessary anymore. So you may not need to take it.
So, Doctor, are you saying also that Vanuatu is still recording more cases of COVID, Loplesia, but on mild situation?
Yes, me play no more unless money request.
Okay.
From me play no more. Most lol flu na ya, and more influenza. Me play got surveillance where randomly you be some money to try and check in with COVID. And me test me play will pick him 1 or 2 every month, but you may not show whether new flash strain or reaction no more from your current vaccine. Sometimes you go positive, but COVID is still here. It's not big, but more significant. Not cause a big plus 6.
So you confirm that Vanuatu still got COVID cases,
yes,
but
everywhere in the world, yes, but not enough to cause an outbreak.
Dr. Vincent Atua, some superintendent of Villa Central Hospital, with Nego Alwin, where you senior information system officer of Villa Central Hospital. Thank you too much, Bro Sabe, join him Bus Focus, Bro 96.3 Buzz FM. Bro Sabe, give him Luyumi update information in regards to death rates of Villa Central Hospital, as Dr. is supposed to reconfirm by again, recap by again, say,
Sure.
Death rate below Villa Central Hospital is not a vaccine-related death.
Correct. So yes, we confirm that. We plan over the evidence not to cause any vaccine-related deaths. Most all deaths, all natural deaths, but you may look at pattern no change. It got 1 or 2 or young fella will lose. Some people got clear explanation all that. Some, you may not got clear explanation all that. It's probably because of limited diagnostic capacity blaming. But think public should worry too much lehem. But side lo me fly more concerned than public. What time all deaths will increase, so people watching closely. And at this point in time, rise to an extent when people should worry. But thank you. COVID is not yet, but now strong blame finish. What more power blame. Most of flu now and more influenza. Suppose you testing, sample full up testing the COVID is not yet. So one play just curious lo sabe so maybe that plus testing. But got big plus significance than before.
Okay. All right.
Vaccine to you available yet, especially take it. But I think last message let me say, when you talk about vaccine, you talk about COVID vaccine no more. Where you think about. Otherwise, you got measles stuff, polio, you got pneumonia stuff. Where all baby need it. And you may be on a current. No good. Thinking no good blow COVID vaccine. You making you stop him altogether. No current vaccine. We just give one example. Samoa. In that one measles outbreak around 2017-18, it hit him full world there. After Samoa, only refused the current vaccine from belief Logata. Now at that time, we been at one rugby union high school team, you play in New Zealand. Only go to New Zealand, all the time unvaccinated. Only karembek, measles siguro tonga. Samoa. Now, these are young, 18, 17-year-olds, huh? They're fit. I mean, go back to all families, yeah. 50 babies died from measles. 50 babies, innocent babies, because their parents refused to give them measles vaccine. So, not all vaccines are bad. Just because COVID-19 has a bad rap, please, stop immunology mo good for a vaccine, well, you proven you're right finish. He stopped, helping more beginning brain. And Ministry of Health is really worried from experience from Samoa. So, thank you, Thomas.
Dr. Vincent Atua, Superintendent of Central Hospital, with Mr. Nego Alwin, Senior Information System Officer of Central Hospital. Thank you too much. Lord time break to fill out with a junior bus workers. Thank you.
Thank you.